What's this next job all about?
I need to find a saltpeter pit.
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a saltpeter pit is?
A saltpeter pit is a pit in which saltpeter is formed.
Okay. Self-explanatory.
This has something to do with that alchemy of yours, eh? I don't know much about that stuff.
Nitra is saltpeter. White crystals similar to salt.
And what needs salting here in the mill? Or is it supposed to be some peculiar Crazel wedding gift for a young semi?
Nothing of the sort. The Kabbalistic doctrine speaks of saltpeter as a vessel for the inexhaustible essence of life. Those white crystals are said to contain the very essence of being. That's precisely what we need to give life to our golem. Thanks to the ingredients from Hermes Trismegistos, his feet will never get tired and his fists will have the power to smash rocks. But saltpeter is the most important thing. Saltpeter will be the golem's heart.
So you're serious about this golem? And are you certain it'll work out?
Certainly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even try.
How much saltpeter will it take to bring to life such a big creature?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a decent saltpeter pit. Do you understand?
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you. But instead, you're making me wander around the countryside looking for some pit.
Well, you never know when an experience like that might come in handy.
All right then. I'll look around for that saltpeter pit of yours. I just hope you know where to look. That you can point me in the right direction. And also that you'll get me into that wedding as a reward.
Yes, yes, and yes. Bonnie has a lead. She's a damned handy girl to have around. She can do anything you ask of her. But for you, the most important thing is that she knows how to look for niter, or saltpeter if you prefer.
So this Bonnie is some kind of witch who's in on this golem stuff.
Bonnie is someone I trust without question, and you should too. Not only will she teach you how to find saltpeter, but also how to differentiate it from common salt. The main difference is it has kind of cooling taste.
Hold your horses. You want me to taste that nasty stuff?
If you don't taste it, you could confuse it with some nasty rot. And you don't want that.
Damn right.
Don't be such a lily liver, Henry. If Bonnie can taste saltpeter, so can you. She'll tell you the rest herself. You'll find her in the lair. That's a secret storage space I have here just by the pond. Only my best people can get in.
How can I get to this lair?
There's a bridge over the mill stream towards the southwest. Take the path to the left, just behind it along the pond.
Okay.
From that path, you turn right, uphill, between the rocks, and you'll find yourself right in front of the lair. You can't miss it. Oh, and so I don't forget. You could pick some herbs along the way to see Bonnie. It would make her very happy. She's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on top of that, she has to spend time with that blabbermouth, Zinnik. On the other hand, Zinnik might be holding his tongue for a while after his encounter with the Troskowitz stocks.
If Bonnie spends time with Zinnek, she may want some spirits rather than herbs.
Bonnie? Never. Being a decent Christian, she avoids alcohol like the plague. Right along, so you're back as soon as possible.
To the lair.
See you soon, my friend.
All right, the Forbidden Fruit Quest. So we just started this one. It is at the Millers area, kind of in the southwest of the map. All right. So I'm heading to this yellow marker. No, I'm not whistling at you. And yes, I don't have a saddle yet. That stuff's expensive, man. We're going full. Oh my gosh.
Quick!
Alright. How far are we heading? I am not going the right way.
Whoa.
I should have paid attention to the directions he was giving me, but I don't know, my attention span's really short. Nope. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. You okay, horse? You're not the one that got knocked off, but... Alright, let's take this slow. Not that slow.
What was that noise? Woodcutters.
I don't think that was a woodcutter.
Quick!
I already know about the weapon that we're looking for. The saltpeter and everything, like the gunpowder weapons. It's a shame I didn't, like... I hate to say this. It's a shame I didn't, like, block the Wars account for the month leading up to this, because I wanted to come into this game with, like, an open mind without knowledge of anything. But, I mean, what am I going to say? You know, it's cool seeing all the updates, and I couldn't take my eyes off the feed. So it's partially my fault. But I do know about the weapon. Saltpeter pit.
I'm Henry.
It's kind of fun to say.
Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames.
Fair
What
enough.
should we call you?
The Wolf of Skalitz.
The Wolf of Skalitz.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I
Kinda
get
like
to
the
know
Wolf
you
of
better.
Skalitz.
Did you bring me something from the mill?
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there.
I'm sorry.
I reckon I'll just have to scrape together the ingredients for that magic ritual myself.
What kind of magic ritual?
The kind where Zenek finally gets some sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of rituals, did Crazel tell you about the golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
I'm curious to see what a
I'm gonna
golem
be
made of
optimistic.
flour will look like. But I'm mostly curious to see if Crazel will really be able to breathe life into it with the help of saltpeter.
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to life, it'll slay us all with one blow.
That's true.
So, if by some chance it looks like something's going wrong, you won't see my heels for dust. And I suggest you do the same. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit. But if you're in a hurry to find Crazel's saltpeter, I won't keep you.
All right, let's talk.
No. I have plenty of time. But where to start?
You know what? I'll start. When they caught Zenek in Troskovitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks. I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zenek and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth much as company. So I'm glad the millers finally found a normal hand for once. But it's a shame I don't have my dog Sniffer no more. It was fun with him at least.
Crazel mentioned that he died.
Aye, from some fucking disease.
Aww.
He started getting these lumps all over his body. Then he stopped eating and what about you? What kind of family are you from? Also, thieves?
No. Pa was a blacksmith. I inherited something from him, I hope.
Oh, really? Would you teach me how to make, maybe, barrel hoops?
Those are pretty hard. Wouldn't you rather start with, maybe nails?
Sure. I'm pretty quick to learn and patient. That is, with one exception. When Crazel starts spouting off his alchemy theories, I'd rather run for the hills. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
Yeah, I don't understand
I
him.
don't think I've ever met anyone more annoying in my life.
Oh,
Most of the time, I don't even understand what he's on about.
Once he told me there's no such thing in the world as a man and a woman, only mercury and sulfur.
All right.
What are you supposed to say to that? Best to keep your mouth shut.
Oh,
Thanks for
God.
talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to. But now, about that saltpeter. Before you came, and before Zenek fucked up with the manuscript, we collected saltpeter all over the place, mainly in styes. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work, time-consuming and annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case.
Yeah. Oh,
Anyhow,
understandable.
now all the styes in the region are scraped clean and we're sitting pretty on a nice barrel of saltpeter.
Barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky region, aye. Unfortunately, Krazel said we need at least 6 times as much.
God.
6 times. Will one saltpeter pit be enough?
I reckon so. There should be as much as Krazel needs for his masterwork. If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpeter forms. Do you have any idea?
Certainly.
Certainly. Well, you take a chunk of salt and pray to St. Peter
No,
to
that's not it,
miraculously
Henry.
transform it.
You won't find it any joking matter soon enough. Don't forget that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses. Well, a saltpeter pit is actually nothing more than a mass grave. The best natural saltpeter maker.
Krazel said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. Well, I get it that it's left over from dead bodies, but how do you get it from shit?
God's mysterious ways.
Okay.
You know how it is.
And he also wanted me to taste it. That's nonsense, though, isn't it?
I forgot about that.
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit.
Some other
It
shit.
feels kind of cold on the tongue.
Lovely.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. Times are evil and there's
Oh,
plenty
God.
of corpses. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a a saltpeter mine.
The local gravedigger.
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the knacker.
Well, I haven't met him yet. Where can I find him?
The cemetery is beyond Troskovitz, towards the Apollonia rocks.
So I'm in for a walk to the cemetery.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun, and pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself. I'd be happy to teach you something, if you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so I'd bring him some kind of offering. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskovitz butcher.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, the Wolf of Scarlets.
All right.
See you later, my friend.
So I'm gonna have to taste this stuff. I feel like that's how the plague started. I'm joking, but like, goodness gracious. Okay, visit the grave digger. Let's go to the butcher in Trotsky. Let's go ahead and fast travel down there. Hopefully I don't run into anything random. If I do, then I do have a crossbow and a kind of crappy hunting sword. All right.
God be with you.
Let's go to this
Keep the-
butcher. I learned furniture. I found the carpenter. Where is the butcher here? That's a tailor. I think I see the butcher shop down this way. Let me get my horse.
Good day.
What? Sorry.
Go!
This looks like a butcher. All right. Hired hand.
You put in the stocks.
Oh, no, please, milady. Forgive... Don't hurt
Where's
me.
the butcher?
But
Oh,
wait,
that's locked.
milady?
How about this? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Is he not in? Where's this guy at? Dogs, quit barking, please. Maybe I need to wait a little bit.
That stinks. Well, at least it stopped the bleeding.
Alright, we're gonna wait an hour. Let's check. Is that alive? Dog. Okay, he's alive. My heart was gonna be broken. Alright.
Greetings.
I'm looking for a friend. He's called Capon. I'm sure you'd recognize him. In fact, you saw us both in the pillory, didn't you?
Aye, I saw you. But I ain't bothered, you know. You didn't rob me. Because if you did, I'd cut your thieving hands off on the spot.
Oh, goodness.
Well, what about my friend? Have you seen him since?
He must be some friend if he's scarpered without you, eh?
I'm sorry, but that's not your business, is it? Was he here then?
No, he weren't. But I ain't saying I don't know anything. Just that it ain't your business, lad. And don't try anything on me. My business ain't your business. Got that? If that Capon wants to see you, I'm sure he'll find you. He ain't no fool, I reckon.
Okay.
What do you have for sale?
A slab of meats. How about... I don't know. Some bacon? Let me get, like, an assortment here, just in case. There.
Pleasure doing, but
I'll grab a little assortment of meat. Where's the dog at? Oh, I don't have my dog yet. Oh, we're gonna have to get Mutt
Quick!
soon. I'm missing him from the first game, man. I love Mutt. Alright, so the gravedigger should be right up here. And let's see if I can bribe him with bacon or something. Alright, we are here. It's got quite a nice horse. Hello, gravedigger.
Greetings, my friend.
I'm Henry. And you must be the local gravedigger, right?
Ignatius, master of the sod, at your service. Looking for a final resting place, are you? Or do you need to bury a dead goat?
Now, I'm more interested in the grave digging profession as a whole.
Ah, once you try it, you'll never want to do nothing else till the day you die.
You got a big cemetery here. Pretty nice, too.
Ain't it? But being the gravedigger, I'll never have a place of my own here. They'll throw me by the wall like a dog and bury me without ceremony.
Oh my
But when I'm
gosh.
dead, I won't care. If it was up to me, I'd even bury the suicides in hallowed ground. We're all equal before death and the Lord. This game of better and worse places of final rest don't count for nothing.
Okay, let's go back.
Ignatius, I'm gonna need your help.
Of course. How many are there? Where do you want to bury them? Shall we grind the teeth up, or do you want to take them away in your purse?
He's ready.
None of that. I have a different, slightly unusual request. Bonnie from Lower Semine sent me. We're looking for a saltpeter pit.
From Lower Semine? What pit?
A saltpeter pit.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that. What's it supposed to be? A pit to hell?
No.
Nah, it's actually just a pit full of carcasses. These white crystals form on the walls of it. And that's exactly what we're after.
Ah, now I get it. You should have said you're looking for the pit I throw carcasses into. What's all this about Salty Peter? I'm going to go there anyway, so I'll take you there.
Really? That was easier than I thought.
Not even a chicken scratches in the dirt without hope of reward, though. You'll help me with something first. I have some collections from some Stratego farmsteads, and I'd be a fool if I didn't use a helping hand. At least one day I can take it a bit easy.
You want me to help you with your grave digging business?
Why not? You look like a strong fella. You'll be a good helper.
All right.
I have a better idea. You tell me where I can find that pit, and I'll give you a nice piece of fresh meat for it.
I won't say no to that. Show me what you have.
He just wants one. What's the most expensive? Bacon?
Oh, aye, fresh meat. What a feast that'll make. Now, listen closely. That pit of yours lies at the end of a long journey that we'll take together on my wagon.
So you got meat out of me for nothing?
When I see how much you lot in Lower Samine are interested in it, I'm not just going to hand it to you on a plate. But thanks for the meat, and don't worry about a thing. Grave digging is a job like any other. Sooner or later, everyone needs our services.
Makes sense.
And if it wasn't for us knackers, folk would have to deal with their animal carcasses themselves.
Yeah. Of course.
Of course. I understand. I'm just a little worried about what people will say about me when they see me with you. I wouldn't like to lose the honor I've earned as squire to a nobleman.
Don't worry about what people say. They'll only strip you of your honor if you let them.
I like this guy.
So
Hell
what
yeah.
then? Shall we take a nice little ride with my boys Snorter and Dragonfly here? Nice and early, at daybreak.
Let's not drag it out.
Let's
go.
get this over with then.
Didn't you understand me? We ain't going nowhere now. Like I said, be here at daybreak. That's between night and day. Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay. Well, let me pull a torch out. Go to daybreak. All right. Let's talk to this guy again.
Greetings.
I don't know if I'm completely ready for this, but let's get going.
Didn't you understand me? Like I said.
It's night and it's almost day, man. What do you want from me?
I don't know if I'm completely ready for this, but let's get going.
The dew is still on the leaves. The roads are clear. You don't need your horse. I'll stable him here. It'll be heaven for him. In any case, heaven's always close here. Hop on the wagon and Snorter and Dragonfly here will take care of us.
All right. Let me make sure. Do I have a shovel? I don't think I have a shovel. I think my shovel's in the horse. Maybe he'll supply me with one. I'm ready, buddy.
Then, get a move on. We've got a long journey ahead of us, so get yourself comfortable so your arse won't hurt. So, you say you're from Lower Samine, eh?
Not exactly. I'm not even from this region. I'm only doing some work for the miller.
I remember Crazel when he was still a wee lad. Even then he was a great big smart-ass. When I buried his parents, he was traipsing somewhere through the world. Maybe you heard what they say about Lower Sameen round these parts. Crazel don't sell short measure, not that. He looks out for his reputation, but his helpers have been seen often in the villages after dark, looking fishy. Or during the day, in the pillories. Don't that Bonnie of yours belong to that gang too?
Bonnie's an honest girl, and her friend Zinek is too. Crazel only sent them to scrape saltpeter off the walls of the sties, so that's just what they've been doing. From what she told me, they had nothing else in mind.
Lower Sameen's a thorn in the side for a lot of folk. Some on account of the competition. Some is just rubbed up the wrong way by that Crazel. Either way, all they need's the slightest excuse to grab their pitchforks. Go and grab the miller and shove his face right in his own millstone. Yeah! Yeah! Whoa, boys! Whoa! Come on.
I will say the
Come
scenery
on!
in this game is
Are you deaf? Oh, they're
quite
acting
nice.
stubborn again. Now listen, Henry. Here on the left side, you'll see the ruins of a cottage that's been abandoned for a few years.
He's like a tour guide.
It's mysterious. What treasures might be hidden there?
You'll soon see. I have a trap set inside the cottage. I wanted to lure a wolf into it, but that didn't work out. There's a deer rotting there unnecessarily. So hop in there and bring it to the wagon.
Okay.
Finally, at least we...
Alright, find the carcass in the farm. Why do I have a torch out? I'm gonna go ahead and reload this just in case there is a wolf there. You know, you never know. Okay. Let's see. And going around this side, there we go. Fuck! Pull it out! Come on. Come on, buddy. Alright, well. What about this trap? Let me make sure I don't fall into this thing. Okay. Interesting. Oh, he's back. Alright, well, I got the wolf. And where did he put this carcass? Supposed to do some parkour here. All right.
Oh, Jesus, what a stench. Better quickly throw it in a sack and take it back to the wagon.
All right, we're bagging it up. This is gonna be heavy. I hope he's not going to be pissed that I killed that wolf. He was trying to trap it. And he wasn't trying to kill it. I claim self-defense. You know, I did kind of shoot it at first. Yeah, I don't know. Might have been a little, just a tiny murder. Hang on, what is this? Marigold. Free axe. And is that a bandage? I'm down to take free stuff. Alright, let's get going. Oh, this doesn't look good. I'm gonna drop a save here.
Get over.
What's going on, Ignatius?
Ah, I'm trying to explain to these fellas we've got nothing to do with no thieving around here. They should go to Lower Samine to complain.
2 stinking pieces of shit was sneaking around our sties and cellars and lining their purses with silver too while they was at it. Some scruffy and dunger. You must be scruffy, eh?
I'm Henry, and those, names mean nothing to me.
Like I said, if it's rotten carrion they're after, they should have come to me. A passion for knacking is the only thing we have in common.
Is that so? So prove it then.
Take a good look at me. Do I look like a thief? Or more like a commonplace, maybe just slightly grubby, hired hand? At this rate, you could blame any old peasant who's grimy after a hard day's work.
I don't know. I don't reckon I've ever seen a real thief up close.
Ask around about me and you'll find out everyone knows I can't stand a liar. I'll keep my promises and show up on time. So enough talk and let's carry on to where duty calls us.
All right, listen. We'll be going then. But if you happen to run into them 2 thieves, you tell us right away. Got it?
Got it.
Of course.
You can count on it.
Glad to hear it. Let's go, fellas.
Okay. I was ready. Alright, I thought I was gonna have to bring out the crossbow, the hunting sword. I thought it was over. Let me throw this thing in the back of the wagon. Not enough room. Alright.
Not much left for us to do here, eh?
Hopefully our luck will hold out, and we'll only be breaking the limbs of carcasses today. The next farm's just up ahead. Hop on, and let's go.
Alright.
Here we go, daughter. Don't worry.
Let's go, Ignatius. Hurry your ass up. Henry's got shit to do. I got a wedding to get to, man.
That was just a kind of little favor for me. Now we'll help the locals here in Jda with their carcasses.
Alright.
So far, I've just carried sacks. I already did that for the miller.
Yesterday, the good wife from that farm came and told me both their pigs died.
Aww.
So we'll scoop them up and haul them off. I mean, you'll scoop them up and haul them to my cart. She says it was a curse. There was a flash of lightning, the pigs started trembling, squealing and puking, and then keeled over and dropped dead.
All right, that's what you get. People sin here in their seclusion, thinking they're out of sight of
course.
our Lord.
It ain't my first day doing this job, so I could see right off them pigs had been poisoned. The good wife swore them pigs were happy as, well, pigs in shit. She said they even let them go to a nearby stream to have a wallow. It flows here through the forest on the right. Since we're here, you ought to go and take a look around there. Check how clear that spring really is.
All right, I'll see what's going on there.
And I'm going to enjoy having a helper. At least for one day. Maybe I'll roll around in the grass here with Snorter and Dragonfly.
They probably ate some belladonna or some sort of toxic plant. If there is belladonna, I'm definitely going to pick it up. I need to make some more marigold or savior schnapps.
Yeah!
Alright, this is where we get off. Hello, ma'am. Let's go check out the water first. I'm gonna get my trusty crossbow. Not crusty. Oh, it is kind of crusty. It's an old-ass crossbow. I need to get better bolts for this. So I need to save up some money. I have 83 groschen. And I need to buy some better ones. Like some sharpshooter ones, or arrows that better penetration.
Those pigs came here to drink. Where to now? I can smell something upstream.
Hello, dear. I'm not here for you. Maybe later.
Ah, here it is. Wolves must have killed them. I didn't even eat them up. I'll go and tell Ignatius.
Aw. Poor deer. I'm not seeing any belladonna or anything like that. I will say the belladonna flower is pretty hard to see. Don't do it, buddy. No. I feel guilty. Are they running off? Can I get a long-range shot on it? Oh, I think I hit the tree. Hang on. Let's do one more. I need to get used to how high the crossbows aim. Or how high they fire. Woo! That was a good shot. You know, I'm saving stuff here. Okay, wolves are down. I'm not gonna butcher them. That's all I need to is get stopped by someone and get punished for poaching, even though it's a wolf. And it's killing animals and poisoning the water hole. I don't know about it. Let's go over here and get these pigs. This is probably going to be heavy as hell.
Yeah. Ugh, and another.
That old guy does this all day? God damn. I don't want to fuck with that guy. He's carrying around hundreds of pounds. Hello, ma'am.
Where are we going to find 2 new pigs?
Aww. Yeah, you probably don't want to eat these either. I mean, yeah, they don't really die of natural causes. Be some shitty bacon. Alright. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and tell him why the pigs died.
It really wasn't a curse. There are rotting carcasses in the water upstream from the watering spot. No wonder the pigs caught some disease.
Well, what do you know? I was right. I'll give you a hand. It'd take you all night on your own.
Oh, look at that. Am I going to get the pig too? I have to still grab the pig. It's okay. Let me wash up. Because I probably smell like death. Alright. Hello, pig number 2. I'm sorry. I blame your owner. They're not observant.
Ugh, Jesus. This is disgusting.
Well, at least they still have chickens. I wonder, if you punch a chicken in this game, does it turn into, like, raw chicken? Do I, like, beat the feathers off the damn thing? She's standing right there. I'll have to do that when nobody's watching. Go and punch a chicken. Alright. Much respect, again, to this guy. Like, damn.
Do you want to keep going or not?
I took care of the carcasses. We can drive on.
Nice work. There's even a bit of meat left for me.
Yeah. You'd eat that? They've been lying there God knows how long.
But nicely in the cold. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, you won't be eating it, so don't worry about it. Let's keep going.
I mean, I don't think I would eat the pig, but... Let me see. Poppy. I don't need any of these herbs. I don't plan on doing anything with them. Is that nettle? Yeah.
Get a
I'm
move
coming,
on.
man. Alright, on to the next stop.
So far it ain't that bad, eh? You don't have to take down no hanged man or bury an unbaptized child.
Well, ever since I started working for the miller, all I did was carry sacks. The sack makers here in the region must live like kings. Of course, it could be a lot worse.
I like having to carry sacks full of thistles. Now listen to me closely. You won't be carrying anything at the next farmstead. Instead, you'll have to make one carcass there. See, the work of a knacker ain't just about clearing away dead animals. Now and then, you've got to put down some creature, so it don't suffer. Or, like today, to put it down so everyone around it don't have to suffer. In this case, we're talking about a dog.
No, game! No!
Well, what can I do? But I doubt I'll feel good about it.
That cur belongs to the greengrocer, Vizar. I've heard they're both pretty fierce. Don't draw too much attention to yourself at the farmstead. I'll give you some Aesop potion to drink first, and some meat and bane. Soak the meat with the poison and throw it to the dog. He'll probably be locked in a pen somewhere. As soon as it's done, we'll disappear before anyone notices anything. I got paid well for it from the neighbors, so don't fuck it up for me. Lazy bones.
Oh, do I want to do this? I don't want to do this. Make it a person. Can I give it to a person? Not a dog? Oh, man. God damn it, Kingdom Come.
Yeah! Yeah!
Fucking Warhorse Studios making me do some shit. I have to get into the wedding and save Hans.
Lazy bones.
If I don't get him that wedding, he's gonna go back to Rattay as a disgraceful person. Oh, man. What does the Aesop potion do? Creason, Houndmaster, animals will take less notice of me. Apply. Hair meat. Okay.
Oh, Sakra. The dog isn't here. The door's open. Where did he run off to?
And a lockpick? Don't mind that. Let's follow the path, I guess. Down this way.
Barking.
coming from over there.
I don't want to do this. Oh, she's petting it too. No. Fuck.
Henry, how come you're here?
Bonnie,
Bonnie.
what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Now, first, tell me what you're doing here. And how come you're with that beast?
He's no beast. I came here to save him.
You mean steal him?
For him, it'll be a redemption from that horse and master of his. I'll take care of him, in place of my poor dead sniffer.
Bonnie, the gravedigger sent me to kill the dog. He's been paid to do it by the people whose livestock that beast killed. It's the last thing I need to do before he shows me the pit.
It's not the animal's fault. When
That's
Zenek
true.
and I were here last, I saw how old Vysarik treats him. He doesn't give him food, he abuses him. With a master like that, he won't last long. You wouldn't kill a dumb creature just because its master is a sick horseman, would you?
I don't want to kill him.
Well, you don't have to convince me. Ever since the gravedigger told me to do it, I've been trying to figure out how to save that dog. If you want to take him, I won't stop you.
You're a much better Christian than I thought you were. I'll take him to the lair. We'll meet there.
Hurry off now, before someone sees us together.
Come on now, boy.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him the truth and say the dog's been dealt with. You know, if it's not here, it's as good as dead, you know? I mean, in their eyes. Happy I didn't pre-poison the meat. Nothing that I need here. Okay. Let's get out of here.
Blessing.
It's taken care of.
Taken care of? What do you mean?
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
set the dog free. He didn't deserve to die.
For fuck's sake, didn't deserve to die? We were supposed to get rid of him, because that's just what he deserves.
Bonnie from the mill came and took the dog before we got to him.
Well, fuck me. How much more is that girl going to steal before she has enough?
Oh, she'll take better care of him than Baysar did. All he needs is to be fed properly, and he won't be dangerous anymore.
I surely fucking hope not. Because if he runs off and ravages something or someone again, then we didn't help at all. Let's go before we start looking suspicious.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, man.
So this is it. This is the pit.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to taste
Slowly,
this
boy.
shit now.
Slowly. Have a bit of respect. Death always deserves respect, whether it's people or animals.
I was expecting some huge hole in the ground. This is just some hollow. 3 piles of earth and that's it.
3 huge piles, you mean to say? True, it used to be one big pit. But then I found out when you pile up carcasses in smaller pits and throw some wet hay between them, it all rots better. And the better it rots, the more nitra you'll have. Are you going to take some right away?
I won't. I'll just tell Crazel where you have it. I don't know if he'll take something away. Maybe he'll just make his own pit according to your design.
Now that would be a great honor.
Well, I reckon I'm delaying the inevitable. I still have to taste it.
You're going to taste it?
It's the only way I can be certain it really is saltpeter.
God's nails. And they say I'm disgusting. Wait a moment. I've got a reward for you. Just so's you don't think old Ignatius and his even older nags is ungrateful riffraff. Take it as a thanks for your help. Maybe you'll take over my trade one day when I'm pushing up daisies myself.
Settle down in Troskowitz, build mounds of dead animals, and eat bread with saltpeter. No thanks. Not for anything in the world.
Here's something that'll definitely come in handy if you ever need to go through all this again. either with me or somewhere else.
Thanks.
Taste it then. Get to it.
Oh, no. I'm gonna get the plague or some shit, man. I'm gonna be... Oh, this is gross.
Look at me. I'm a Lord's messenger to a taster of cadavers. Cold and salty. This must be it.
Gross. Oh, let's get out of here. Henry, you need a doctor immediately, man. We need some antibiotics. We need something. Alright, let's get on the horse. Can I fast travel now? There we go. Let's head back and complete the mission. 2 men are wrestling barehanded. 2 women are sitting with them. They look quite ragged, like some refugees. Let's go ahead and stop real quick. If you don't want to see this, probably skip ahead a few minutes. I want to see what they are.
What's that?
Excuse
Got
me.
me with you.
Hello.
Are you a blacksmith?
And you. Gentleman's manservant, I reckon.
You deserve a clobbering for how poor a judge of people you are.
Be my guest. I'm Yira. Hard as nails and happy to flatten you any time of the day. Careful, though. I don't like blades.
Glad to hear that. From one blacksmith to another.
Oh, sorry, brother. I didn't take you for someone who could swing a hammer.
I love smithying, but I have a lord I must serve. What are you doing here? Where's your anvil?
Our forge has gone undone for. And these folk around me lost all they had, too.
So war, eh? It's a shitty thing.
Aye, well, that's just the way it is. By God's grace, I still have 2 hands, and I can always find work. I could do with a bit of coin right now. Fancy having a wrestle? For money?
All right, let's wrestle. Because I'm quite sure I'm the better fighter.
Great. I wouldn't be so cocky if I was you, though. I know a few tricks. I'll be done with you in no time. And because I'm so confident, I say we spice it up with a few groschen. What do you say?
All
Definitely.
right.
Here you go.
Let's do this. Bad luck! Christ!
All right, let's do the arm break again.
I'll
Battle
break
cry.
your bones!
Jesus, I'm hit! You still haven't had...
Oh, I tried getting a takedown.
Sucker.
Let's do
Keep
another
going.
one. Woo.
I'm just getting warmed up, you
Oh
shit!
boy.
Go on, parry!
There we go. Single leg.
Sucker.
Okay.
Christ! You've got some energy!
Nice little bop to the
Sucker.
ear. There we go. Oh. All right.
You still
Come on.
haven't had enough!
Bop to the ear. Whoop.
Sucker!
Another
Keep
takedown.
going!
No, he blocked it. There we go.
You're
Right
holding
over
it
the
like
top.
a pig holds a bone!
Ooh, 2 hits in.
Sucker.
There we go.
Keep going!
Okay.
Christ! You've got some energy!
You might have to go boxing only, Henry.
Sakura, you were good. Not even old Larch's moves were any use. Well, anyway, Henry, here's your coin.
You put up a decent fight, Yira. I'll remember that levering trick.
All right. That was successful. Let's hop on this horse. Oh, wrong button. And head back. That was a fun little delay. I always have time for some random events, you know? Kind of spices the game up. It's one of the features I like about this. Alright, we are back. Let's hop off this horse and tell him about the saltpeter, and we'll see if we finish this mission here. I was gonna wash off beforehand, but oh well.
I found the place where we can harvest saltpeter. You just head out of Troskovitz towards Apollonia, carry on alongside the road, then head off it at the right spot. Only it's not a pit, it's 3 piles of earth. The gravedigger Ignatius drove me there himself.
And is it the real stuff? Did you taste it?
Yeah. And I hope I never have to do that again. Ugh. I think the experience has changed me forever.
Oh, come on. You whine more than Zinnik. It's just commonplace salt. I was hoping it'd be closer. To go all the way to Apollonia. If I send 2 wagons, that should be enough.
What should I do?
That means I could mix a barrel and a half.
Krazel, focus. What else do you need from me?
Oh, sorry. What were you asking? About a reward?
Sure.
It's right here.
Thanks. How's it going with the golem?
Well, the whole thing is really appealing to a scholar of my field of interest and important for humanity. But certain circumstances have emerged which, unfortunately, move its creation somewhere further into the future.
Wait, what do you mean? So there won't be any golem?
Not for now.
What about all the niter? The life essence?
I admitted to myself it's maybe too much to take on, and I decided to go back to my roots.
So the search for saltpeter was for nothing?
Not at all. The saltpeter will help us create primordial matter. The origin. Chaos. Materia prima.
God. Here we go again.
As alchemical scholars, we actually have only one task before us. To penetrate the diaphanum and find out where it gets its disposition and power from.
Oh, dear Lord.
Only then will we understand the nature of the shadows.
Eh?
I'll explain it to you.
Alright, let's hear it.
Tell me then. What's the next task then, Krazel?
From behind the closed gates of Trotsky come quiet whispers, carried by the wind, all the way here to me in the mill. Do you hear it too?
Can you get to the point? What's this about?
Scribe Erezim received a trunk from Prague, and in that trunk was...
The document of Hermes Trismegistos?
No, a book. And from an author more venerable than Hermes. It's thin, with a sand-colored cover, embossed. Ordinary at first glance, but the treasure's inside. You might say it's kind of an alchemical cookbook.
So I'm gonna have to pick some locks again, eh? And in the castle, no less. I'd like to know how I'm supposed to get in there. Trotsky is shut tight.
For some. The gates of Trotsky may appear to be closed to us, mere mortals. But why try to force your way in when there's a person they'll invite in themselves?
What person?
Hold on, we'll get to that. We've got the Samine wedding coming up. I can't wait to try out my new potion against drunkenness there. What about you? You still need to get there?
Certainly. It's why I decided to work for you. Or have you forgotten? I hope your promise still stands.
Of course it does. What do you take me for? Start by quickly finding some decent clothes. Ad charisma tuendum. You look like a vagabond in what you're wearing now. St. Paul wouldn't be pleased with you.
So you'll really get me into that wedding? Am I dreaming?
No, you're not. But before you start celebrating, we won't be going by ourselves. We'll have company. Or, to be more exact, the two of us will be accompanying a certain person. Me as a friend and host, and you as a bodyguard, loyal servant. Call it what you will.
And who is this mysterious person?
A true lady will come to the wedding with us. Radiant as the morning star, refined as pure gold. All will be stunned by her beauty, and she'll be our lockpick that will find the weak spot in the gate to Trotsky. All it'll take is a little push, and clunk, the lock will open, and the book will be mine.
Okay.
What weak spot?
The castle's weak spot is Chamberlain Ulrich, because he himself has a weakness for women. Of all the single damsels at the wedding, ours will be the most charming and irresistible for him. Noble or not, he's a mortal man, and he'll start to think with his male member. We will watch as he becomes feverish with lust. Soon he'll be begging to take our companion to Trotsky. He'll pretend his motives are pure, so she'll be more comfortable. And when the Chamberlain becomes insistent, you, as her personal bodyguard, will accept his offer. Naturally, you'll say you won't leave her side so you can defend her honor. Once in Trotsky, Ulrich will do everything to get you to leave him alone with her. And that will be your chance.
Okay, the great heist.
I can hardly believe that you, of all people, would come up with such a straightforward plan.
Well, it's not all that
Oh,
straightforward.
here it goes.
I admit there's a certain element here that makes everything more complicated.
Here's the catch.
First, we have to find our gracious
He
lady.
doesn't even have her. Oh, okay.
Where do you want to find this lady? Here.
Look, she doesn't have to be a lady per se. We just need a wench with a pretty face. We'll get her a nice dress, some perfume. She doesn't even have to speak. We'll do the talking.
Oh, dear Lord.
So some bathhouse wench would do.
Aye, that should work. You can find lots of capable girls at the Zhelyaoff baths, including some who aren't so well known. It's true, Dorothy can be a bit unpleasant, but you'll be giving her an offer she can't refuse.
Dorothy owns the bathhouse?
Aye, next to the alehouse there. You'll tell her I'm offering enough groschen to buy 2 cows or a small cottage. That should soften her up.
All right.
All right. I'll take care of it.
Excellent. You're a talented, likable youngster, like Knight Roland of yore. I have complete faith in you. And don't forget, we're going to need to dress the girl up and make her smell nice so she comes across like a real lady. So, stop off at Troskowitz as well and get her a nice brocade dress and some long-lasting perfume. Mintha would be ideal.
Where can I find the dress?
Probably the tailor.
Where do you think? The butcher's? Go and see the tailor. Bartoszek has just the thing in his shop. A beautiful red dress made of Tyrolean brocade.
Why that dress exactly?
Because red is the color of love and passion. Rich Tyrolean brocade is just begging to be touched. Ulrich won't know where to look. The dress is likely to be pretty expensive, but that's no obstacle for you, right?
Oh, Lord.
Where can I find the perfume?
Emmerich the apothecary might have something. They say he makes some perfume for his wife. Or ask Betty the innkeeper. She may be a god-awful battle axe, but a nice-smelling one. Or get hold of the recipe and make your own Mintha. As an alchemy apprentice, you should be able to manage.
All right.
I'll be
Let's
going
get going then.
Once you've got everything ready for the wedding, we'll meet in front of the fortress gate. There, I'll let our lady in on some other details of our plan. But that won't be for your ears. Anyway, you'll be rehearsing your speech to Lord von Berghoff then, won't you?
I can't wait.
All right. So we completed that mission. The next one we'll be doing is Opus Magnum. I'm going to wait for this one, mainly because I want to get a whole bunch of things done before I go to the wedding. So, yeah, thank you so much.